Guys, it's E with Scrapbooking with me, and first off I'm going to start off with, I had quite a few that messaged me after the video yesterday on this little 7 signature journal and wanted to purchase it. So I had to go by first come first serve. So the very first person, I let them know that it was theirs if they wanted it. But I will be putting more of these together because I do have some more scrapbook paper that I need to use. So I'll be putting a few more of these together. They're not hard to put together. The signatures, they are time consuming because you have to put 7 signatures in them, but I will be putting a few more of these together, but it'll be when I get the journals that I'm working on now finished. So this one did sell, and thank you guys for all of you who requested that you get that one. As I said, they go pretty quick, so if you want one, you better message me in a hurry. I would even stop the video and message me because usually by the time the video is already finished and maybe up for an hour or so, they're gone. Okay, I found this in my stash today when I was cleaning out and putting things together in the kits, and I'm telling you, those miscellaneous journal kits, they're a little over 2 pounds of product in those, so everything I'm finding, I'm stuffing it in them. So all of the fall ones should be gone out. I think I can put one more fall together. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to put it up until I'm sure that I can put it together. But now tomorrow we will get the spring and summer ones out. We've got them halfway completed. I'm just adding different things in again. And I pulled out a ton of vintage laces and trimmed all those down, and I've got a pile of that's going in, so we're just kind of stuffing them full. But anyway, if you want one, you better go grab it now, because when all of these are gone, that's it. I won't have any more. They're gone. If you want to know what's in them, I'll try to remember to link the video below where I show basically what's in them. And then, of course, like I said, I'm finding other things. I'm just cleaning out my stash, and I'm just adding to as much as I can. So while cleaning out, I found this from 2022, and it's from Lisa Lidston, I think, from Fort Walton Beach. She had made this and sent it to me, and it's a little prototype that she made up, and it's out of file folders, and I just thought it's ingenious. She knows how I love pockets. So this has got pockets everywhere. I mean, it's just pocket, 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 and I love it. Look at that. And then there's another one here. And she said you can put a pocket there, pockets here. How many? I mean, you can put pockets everywhere. Then she put a little note here. What are you going to put here? I mean, there's just tons of things that you can do with this. So I'm not going to copy this one exactly, but it gave me an idea. So we're going to kind of go by this and then by what I have on my desk to make a new type journal. This is going to be one that's not going to be hard, so don't think it's going to be difficult, that, oh, I can't do it because it's going to be too hard. But I don't think it'll be hard at all when we finish. Now, you know I have these file folders in stock, and these are file folders. I just cut them down. I have these in stock. I have quite a few left, so if you want some, I think we're selling them 3 to a pack, so if you want some, you can grab them. They're not the real thick ones, but they're thick enough to serve the purpose as a cover. So I have cut, let's see, I have cut 4 down, and I cut them down to 6.5. So I just, wherever they were factory folded, I just measured out 6.5 inches, and I cut them straight down. Now, the first one I did, I cut it off at the bottom, but then I got to thinking, why are you doing that when you can just fold them up? So basically, this is the first one that I did, and you can see that I cut it off at the bottom, but I'm not going to cut it off at the bottom. I'm going to cut these off and save these little pieces because we're going to use those as well. So if you have some old, you can even use old file folders that maybe you've had paperwork in for years and you drag them out and they're all ragged, use them. They'll work just fine. So I'm going to start out with 4. I think that will be plenty. It may even be too many. I may have to cut it down a little bit, but then I'm going to measure from top to bottom. I'm going to measure it down to 9 inches. Now, I will not finish this journal today. I will probably not even get any pages or anything like that in it. This is just going to be the cover parts. So now, and I'm going to turn it this way so that I can see where I'm folding. I'm going to fold up at 9 inches. Oops. And then you can either have that folded that way, or you can fold it in this way. I don't know which way I'm going to want it right now, but I'm just going to fold it like that for the meantime. For the time being, I should say. Meantime, time being. Now, as you can see, there's going to be a little bulk right here. So what we'll do is we'll split this down through the middle. And all we're going to do is we're going to cut that little four line, I should say. Just going to cut that out. And you can see about what I'm cutting out here. It's that much right there. It's just that little sliver. I think that will be plenty. And then when it folds, yeah, it lays down flat. Okay, so I'm going to do all of mine like this. So I'm going to do the other 3 the same way, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to put these together and then where we will put signatures. So let me get this done and I'll be right back. I have these folded up, and then I'm going to take my corner rounder, and on the 1/4 inch, I'm just going to round these corners a little bit. Just a 1/4 inch, so it's not much. Just takes the sharp edge off. And I really, really need to empty that thing that don't want to punch because it's so full. Okay. Alright, so we've got 4 pieces here. I've got the pockets at the bottom. Now you could alternate. You could put a pocket at the bottom and then pocket at the top, pocket at the bottom, pocket at the top, but I think I'm going to leave all mine at the bottom. Now, the way that we're going to join these together, you can do it many different ways. I have been thinking, now I know on hers, she did the accordion fold and then put, glued these to the little accordion. I'm not thinking that, I don't know if I want to do that on this one or not. Let me show you what she did. She did this little accordion fold right here. And see, she's got her little hinges poking up, and then she's got her pages glued to that. I don't know if that's what I want to do, because I have, mine are separate. They're not one inside the other. So let me think a minute. Okay, so what I have done is I have taken a 1 inch, this is that thick cardstock that I was telling you about. It doesn't crack, it's a very thick, nice cardstock. I've got it 1 inch wide, and then of course it's 12 inches long. And then I have scored at, let me put it back here so I can make sure I tell you right. I have scored at 3/8 and 5/8. That leaves me exactly, if I fold those, that leaves me exactly a 1/4 inch gusset. So this is how I think this is going to go together. I've not made one of these before, but we shall see. I'm going to cut these into pieces because I'm going to put lace over the spine of this anyway, so it's not going to matter what I have to hold it together because it's going to be covered. Now, if you want to just use lace and not do this little spine thing here, that's up to you. If you want to put it all together with fabric, that's up to you. This is very strong paper, so I just know that it's going to hold and it's going to work great. And they don't even have to be the same size. I'm just, you know me, I'm just measuring. Plus, you can put them down first and then you can cover it with paper if you want, so even this little piece won't show. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, this is being made up as we go along. We'll see. I'm going to put a little glue on one side, and then I'm just going to take it and I'm gluing, and I'm not worried about the glue getting all out everywhere because it's not going to matter. It's going to be covered. I'm gluing right up to where that folds right there. Don't put quite that much glue. Now, this is going to have to be pressed down because this is a tough paper to a tough paper. So just make sure that you press it down well so that those fibers work in there together. And then you have this little piece on the back. So just make sure that you're gluing right up to that little piece right there, where you folded it. Right up to that 3/8 inch. Now I'm probably just going to put 3 on here. There's 2. Not going to worry about where they're placed or if they're placed exactly spaced apart, all of that. I'm just gluing them. Because like I said, I will cover this over with some lace. Okay. Let's go on this side and just make sure that they're pressed down well. So that's going to be one little spine right there. And then it will attach this one. So what we're going to do, make sure that you got them. Oops, see, I almost messed up. The pocket's down here, Edith. You got to put it together the other way. I would have had a pocket at the top and a pocket at the bottom, wouldn't I? Put them together. Make sure the top and the bottom matches up. And the side here. And then you're just going to glue right up to that other score line. Don't glue the whole way, just glue it down like, I'm going to have to twine it over. I'm going to have to twine it like this. Just glue right up to that line like that. Okay. I'm thinking that I'm getting that straight at the top. I don't know because I can't see it. Okay. And then put them underneath. Then we're going to put some glue on these, and I'm just going to glue both of them. Then maybe I can flip it back over like this and put those together. That looks about even. But what do they say? Looks can deceive, can't they? So see, basically we're just putting a little spine piece like this to hold them together. And then lace will cover over this. But there again, if you want to, you can just put fabric here or lace here. You don't have to go to this step. This is just what I'm wanting to do right now, just because I'm trying to kind of make it up as I go along. So there's going to be our spine right there. It's going to be one spine. Now you could stop here and just put 2 together, and you would have a place. You could put signature here, and signature back here if you wanted. But I think I might put one more. I don't think I'm going to do 4 on this one. I think I'm going to do 3. What do y'all think? You think 3 or 2? I'm thinking one more. Now this one, I think what I'm going to do, since I don't want to glue over this to put this one on, because that would make it really bulky right there if I had to glue over that like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them down where they'll fit in here. Like I said, this is just to hold it. It's not to, you know, fasten it forever. It's just a little holding point. That's all it is. Let's make sure I cut that one down. All right. And 2 of these will hold just fine, I'm sure. So now let's see if I can maneuver this to where I can get it on there and then you can see at the same time. Okie dokie, let's see. Let's put some glue here on this. And it's going to slide. No, it's not going to slide. I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit more. I don't even think that's the one that I was going to use. Let's just put this one down here. It's going to go right there. I'm going to put it on this way. I know there's probably a easier, better way to do this than what I'm doing, but I'm making it up as I go. So we're going to put it right there. Just going to hold it a little bit. And I might do better by using fabric tack on this. I don't know. We'll see. I think this will hold. Don't think I'll have a problem. It's just that it's not quite holding as fast as I want it to. I know this will hold once it dries. It's just, this is tough paper. Alright, so I put that there, and it's just right up to that first score line. Then I'm just going to press them down like this. See, even that one's trying to come back up. Probably should have used Fabri-Tac, but we're going to go with this. It'll work eventually. And if it doesn't, I can always put a stitch down through there or something. Okay, I think those are going to hold. And then this one is going to go right on here, like that. So make sure I got it the right way up, Put a little glue right here, glue right here. And then you're just going to line it up. Just don't look at my shaky hands. I know they're shaky. Somebody said, oh, they made a really ugly comment. Not any of you guys. It was a spammer or whatever. They said, you look like you got the DTs. No, I do not have the DTs. I just have, I've messed up so many nerves in my wrist that I have shaky hands. Okay. So then that will go over that way. And there is our 2 spines. Okay. Now I'm going to let these dry real well because they're not wanting to dry with me folding and unfolding and all that. Just like that one tried to come back up right there. I'm going to let them dry a little while. Put something on top of them. And then we'll come back and I'll figure out how we want to put the signatures and everything else in here. Okay, so there's our little hinge so far. It's still kind of drying, so I'm not going to do a lot of playing around with it. But that's our hinge to this point. You can leave it like that or you can cover it. And you can, if you want to leave it like that, you can take a lot more pains with putting your little pieces on and measuring them and all that than I did. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to cover mine, so I'm not going to be too concerned about them. Even if they come up a little bit, that doesn't really bother me because, like I said, I am going to probably cover them with some lace. Okay, I'm just going to glue my pockets down just so that they'll kind of stay out of my way. You know what? I need to be punching the little thing here in the top, don't I, before I start gluing them down. That punches well. Okay, now let's see if we can glue them down. Okay. Yeah, those are staying down pretty well. Okay. And I haven't decided what paper I'm going to use on this one yet. I'll decide that tonight. And it may even be a new one that I'm working on right now. I might decide to put that one on there. I don't know. We shall see. I just felt like doing some, I need to be working on journals, but I felt like doing something different today. Some days you get to that point, you just feel like getting off of one project and doing something else. And this happened to be my day. Yeah, this is it's almost like gluing a cardstock, but it's not a cardstock. It's just a thick kind of paper. Okay, so we got the little pockets glued up. You got your hinges on there. And basically, you're ready to start adding different things. Now, on these places right here, I am going to either use some of these to add more pockets or side tucks, something like that. I may even use this one as a side tuck and put it on there. Or you can use, and I've pulled out just quite a few little paper bags and things that I've got. These I got from Arwen at Inky Finger Society. All the product that she sends out, to me anyway, I guess she does to everybody, they are in little packages like these, and I save every one of them and use them. So I'm thinking about, I may just put this on as a little pocket right here. I mean, I don't mind even that on there, but just glue that down as a pocket. And then I have more here. I've actually got one of these. I think that might be a little bit big. Let's see what else I've got. These are our small paper bags. That'll be a little bit big. I've also got just some scrap old envelopes here. You could always use something like that if you wanted to. I don't know what I want to use. I may use this. Now, you don't have to have these. Just use what you have. You may just have some junk mail envelopes. Use those. Use whatever you've got. I'm going to use this one, I think. It's just a little small envelope that something came in. I think I'm going to use it. You know I like pockets, pockets, pockets. And it just gives you so much more room in your journal. And you add lots of pockets that you can put tags and things in. And all of this, I really need to cover these with paper before I glue these down. So I'm just going to lay them in here for now, because I've got to decide what paper I'm going to use. So that one will go there. That will go there. Got pockets here. Then I need something on each one of these. Now I've got, these also came from Arwen, but they're a little bit big just like mine. I may just use some scrap mailers. Let me see if I've got one that's the right size. This one's a little bit big and I've already been playing around with it. So let me see if I've got some that are a good size that I can put on here. We could do that right there. That's just a little envelope, a junk mail envelope, and I've just got it folded back 2 different ways like that. And you don't have to fold this one back if you don't want to. You can cut that part off. As a matter of fact, I think I will. You talked me into it. And then I can glue all of that down. Glue that little piece right there down. I will cover these with paper, but that will be a side tuck that'll go right there. And I need to round this corner so that it'll match. Right there. So that'll go there. We'll have a little side tuck pocket. Okay, like that. And then let's see if I have, I think on this side, I may just use one of these to make a side tuck. Yeah. I'm going to cut that right there off. That little tab. What, did I cut crooked or what? Okay. Then we can round this corner. And that one's already sort of kind of rounded, so I'm just going to leave it like it is. And then I'm going to put a little thing right here. Whoops, I didn't punch it well enough. Gotta ink it up. And I boogered that one up, didn't I? So then that will go, that will glue down there once I get my paper on there. And then I think that's all that we need. We could put one on the back if we wanted. I don't think I will. I think I'll just cover it with paper. If I do put one on, I'll put it on after I cover it with the paper. Then I'm not going to put a pocket on the front unless I put it on after the paper's on there. So that basically is how you put this journal together. So what we'll have is, I'm going to put a signature in here. I don't think I'll put a signature in here, even though you could if you wanted to. Am I going to put a signature in there or not? On here, in this part, I may put a removable signature. One that just is put in with elastic where you can remove it. I may do that in here. I don't know. I'm still thinking about all this. I'm going to put a signature in here. And then here again, I may put a little removable signature. And then a signature in here. So that's going to be 5 signatures if I put one in the middles, which I call these the middles. I'm not real sure how I want to do this yet. You can certainly put one here if you want, because if you're covering it with fabric or if you're just putting this on, whatever, you can still put a signature in there. I'm going to think about it overnight, and then when I decide what paper I'm going to use, I'll decide if I'm going to put signatures in here or not. I may do that. I may very well do that. Just put some small ones in there, because I've got plenty of room, as you can see, with the little spines as they are. I've got plenty of room to put some in there. So that's basically the bare bones of how the little journal is going to go together. And I've got enough stuff over here that I can put another one together real quick too. But go ahead and drag. You don't have to have these. You can make this with cardstock. Just get your cardstock, cut it down to the size that you want. Join it all together any way that you want. If you don't want to use these little hinges, join it together with fabric or whatever you want to. Get it ready, come back, and we will tomorrow, when we have our Friday freebie, we'll work on this with the Friday freebie, because I think I have an idea already of what my Friday freebie is going to be. No, I haven't already made it, but I've been thinking about it today. And since I'm making this, I think I know exactly what I want to do the Friday freebie out of. All right, guys, we will talk to you later. That's all I'm going to do today. So go ahead and get this put together if you want to follow along with me. And then we'll come back tomorrow with a Friday freebie and we'll work on this some more. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.